Hey everybody. Factory time. What are we doing today? I think we're building out Chromium. And because I took a look at the Chromium production chain last night, I learned something new and interesting. Maybe we'll get to it. Maybe you already knew. Let's find out. Chromium production. Chromium proc. There we go. It's a lot of crushing and mangling at first, right? Where is my notes? Right over here. All right, so we're going to need Jaw Crush. That will be the star of the show, and then this is nothing. And then we need Impact. Oh, excuse me. Impact Crush, followed by Screener. Yeah, Screener. It's our old friends back again. What's this? Ball Mill. All right, Ball Mill. Followed by, lastly, Hydrocyclone. Great. And that'll get us through the normal thing. And then we get over here. And we get to talk about, where are you? Where are you? Chromite solution. I didn't realize, here's some chromite solution right there. It goes into an agit up stage 1. Then we don't have a stage 2 because of course, right? Stage 2s are for losers. Instead, we go straight over here to another false cube. Different from this false cube. And there's the false cube grinding. Notice how it is being sacrificed. It goes under the gears and turns into dust. That is how you know it was the harbinger of a false way. Anyway, it goes into chromite solution. And chromite solution just goes into chromite sand. And you're like, oh, that looks wonderful. That's great. And then you wonder, well, wait a second. That seems weird. That seems just a little weird. Chromite solution is also the feedstock for gold. You go over here in gold processing. It starts with chromite solution. I did not know this. I found this by accident. So now we're going to be doing chrome and gold. All that is shiny and clean today. So jaw crushers. We're going to need a bunch. We're going to need more than what we got right here. And we're going to need screeners because I said the word screeners. And we're only going to pick up 20 and be optimistic, right? Positivity stream. It's been a while since I've had a positivity stream, right? Things have just been getting a little out of hand lately. Where are you? Hydrocyclone. Pick you up. Now I need Impact Crusher from right there. And we're going to assume we need 20 of you guys. All right, so then we're going to need some windmills, like we always do. All right, good. Let's go put this into the obvious spot. And then we're going to make chrome and gold today. Gold, for all its shininess, doesn't have a lot of uses. It's used in high-end electronics, and that's basically it. Here we go. With our crap chromium maker. Waste chromium, actually. So what we need to do first is, obviously, zoom in right here. Do what we do all the time. Start here. Come over. Copy this. Zoom back. And then we paste it in. Okay, and then we go over here. Grab one of you. And we put that right here. And this is our block. Now we have to make sure that all the pipes are working. Oh, we ran ourselves out of vessels. That's a bit of an issue, isn't it? That's a interesting way of handling that problem. Now, all of this is excessively interesting. All right, and that doesn't exist yet, and we need vessels. I don't think this needs to go north. Yeah. All right, so good. Wait, did I ever hook up the... No, I didn't. I did not. Here, let's solve this problem right now. The waste tin in. The last chance line right here. Or we give them one more shot to be good. And if they don't, they have to go be recycled. I have to go get more belt. I have to go get more vessels. I have to go get lots of stuff. So, right here. Fortunately, that's not made up here quite yet, so I can't request it. It's a shame. All right, now I need belt, right? Belt and arms. I'm gonna need way more than what I have, and the belt crisis is over, right? He tells himself optimistically. Positivity stream, you know. Our great belt crisis has been solved. I do not have to think about that anymore. All right, so here, make sure everything's working. Everything's up here. And how are we doing on power? Probably okay for today. All right, so Jaw Crush, get out here. Mr. Jaw Crusher, who will crushes kimberlite, crushes rock, crushes just about anything, right? Chromite. What is the color of chromite? It's kind of this orangey color, I guess. All right, so this is a 5-to-1. Wow. That's pretty cool. And it's just a standard grade 1 in, rock out. So it's just like level 1 right here. Iron. Then maybe nickel is a more appropriate way to look at it. I think we're going to copy nickel instead. Because it only has one output, which is more accurate. It is more historically correct. Like that, and just do it. Then we have to remember that we have that pipeline right there we have to deal with. Why aren't you putting down these jaw crushers? Oh, you are. So we have this line, and that gets done right there. Does that make it all? It does make it all the way through. Good. All right, so now we need like another pack of jaw crushers. I probably should have known this ahead of time. No, I stripped it out. Whatever. Jaw crushers. Give me another pack. Yes, thank you. Thank you, my adoring fans. Bring it all to me. Then back over. And then release the bees. And right there. So, first off, we have noticed that we are not actually doing nickel right now. We are doing this, and you are doing chromite stage 1. Chromite the first. There, and there. And everything else is okay. A-O, oakley dokley, absolutely okay. So we're gonna copy you. I'm gonna paste you. I'm gonna paste you. And we're gonna clean that up, that stub. All right, so good-ish. Good in part. Aspects of this can be considered okay. Grab all this. Put that down as best as possible. Why are we missing things? What did we just put down? Because I'm off center. It's like, that makes me uncomfortable. Huh. Maybe that is just wrong. Here. We'll do another line right here. In the interest of being neat and proper. There. Copy this now. No, that's kind of even worse. It's kind of even worse, right? Well, I guess we have to do it individually then. There we go. And now we get to see how many of these I'll miss or misalign as I'm bounced around on the belts because I'm too lazy to make belt resistance equipment. This is now turned into I have no space to just a me problem from beginning to end. All right, so Now we have to get our stone out, as is always the first step. So right there. And we've done this many times before, so it's easy. Done. Stone out, chromite the first over. So I have impact crush down now. So right here, still the best building in the game. Always happy to see an impact crusher. All right, you take grade 1 and you smashy to grade 3 and to grade 2. And so you are a 1 in, 2 out. And that is another reduction step, so it should all go on one belt again. So where do we do impact crusher stuff? I'm just committed to never ever building another unit if I can help it. Just copy and paste. It's like, is this what we want? I don't do the snake belt very much anymore. This is kind of what we want, right? Because here we have the material in, and it'll snake in, and the beacon's in the center. And then we have one going the other way, and that's an out. But we want them both going the same way, so that's not really what I want. Also, we should talk about how many we're going to get, right? So what I need to do is just calculate here. All right, so we have 36 of these guys, as per normal. 36 times 2. Makes 2 a second, so we're going to get 72 chromite 1 a second coming out of here. That's a big number, friends. Oh, but it's divided by 4. That's an even bigger number, so we need 18. That's lovely. This is going to be nice and friendly, isn't it? So it's going to be something like this, I suppose. This is how we do this now. And then we split. We'll do a single line. It goes into 2 and 3, not into 1. So single line, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, and we need 18. Oh, that sucks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And there's probably no way I can shove another one in here, right? Do I have a via in here too? I don't see a via. Why are we stopped? Yeah, I don't see... Okay, we got a problem now. Okay, hold on. Discipline breakdown. And when we have a discipline breakdown, we have to go fix it. Like, what is going on here? Why are there too many of you, and why is there no via? What happens when I have to drag a pipe through here? Has anyone thought about that? So you guys do that. Now we have a nice gap for you to thread the pipe through. Then you guys got to do it too. Don't think you're getting off the hook. I see no via on your side as well. Luckily this was an easy one. Despite it running, there was nothing to pick up. Like no material in my inventory, which would have caused me great misery. Anyway, our number is 18. So 8, 16, then we only need these two, but there's... how do I get another one? And preserve the via. I could smash them together and save space like that, but that is ugly and terrible. I will not reduce myself to such things. I just bite the bullet and take the extra line. Ugh. Feels bad, man. Feels real bad. Alright, I suppose. All you, come with me. So we're just going to do this as step number 2. I mean, I shouldn't complain too much. It is a half reduction in size, so... Here, put that down. Copy. We're nickel again. This time we be nickels. Whereas last time we were copying off copper, I think? No, now it's nickel o'clock, friends. Alright, everybody in. So what we got to do here is first and foremost, no. We need to do this. And all you guys are going, we need more impact crushers. I'll pick you guys up later. Next time I have to go in, remember impact crushers. And this obviously doesn't exist. Now we are not dealing with nickel at all. Chromite grade 2 and chromite grade 3. That's our outs, right? Good. There we go. Now we gotta stick this in everywhere. And that's not a problem at all. It's a problem that we're overbuilt, but I guess I'll live. I guess I choose to live. Okay, so right there, all you guys. You guys down here will not be used very much. All right, so and now off we go on a merry adventure. We have a mixed line right here. It should be fine because this is yet another reduction step in mass. So, okay, congrats. You made it to the next stage. And the next stage is going to be a screener. Where are you? Screeners. You're probably going to get your material in right there. You're going to take chromite grade 2, and this is actually, no, it's a reduction step, but there's 2 outs. So it's 1 in, 2 out. So this is like a flashback to the beginning of copper processing. Anyway, what we have right now is we are going to be eating number 2, grade 2. So up here, we are going to be producing, we have 18 of these guys, and we're producing 0.8 per second times 0.8. And it's 14.4 a second right here. Large mass, but very fast processing speed. So it's like a belt limited one. Anyway, this eats at 0.5. Oh no. That's going to be an expansionist step. Oh no, I need 30 of these guys. How wonderful. 30 of these guys just for this step. All right, we got to do something without this pipe. Are you real? Are you coming or are you going? All right, you are definitely coming from over here. And that's not happening. So this is definitely power in, right? Yes. Okay, so this tangle right here just needs to be resolved. So, okay. My solution for this is to move it onto quartz and have it be a quartz problem. Quartz is probably going to have to be rebuilt, unfortunately, along modern sensibilities. The entire thing's probably going to have to be ripped down. Because I was just kind of eyeballing all that in order to get a source of glass up here to get the North factory working. However, it's still here. So, here. Zoom in a bit. Finish moving this. Then, afterwards, we will try to wedge in 30 automated screeners. Oh my god. Sad salt rock. So close to being useful. Alright. 30 of you wicked little guys. Well, first off, we're going to come in like this, right? And we're going to output priority to the left, and we want chromite stage 2 right there. And you're going to go that way, and this is the source of everything. And it's just, these things are weak. So 30 of you guys is from here to here, and you're not going to fit, are you? Nah. So we're going to have to come down below as well. Ugly as snot. And there was no way it was ever going to fit. So what can you do? So I guess we just copy this, right? This puts everything on one line, and we shouldn't do that because it's no, this puts it on 2 lines. Do we have one where the second line comes up instead? That would be most efficient. We have to do this again. Shades of copper. Because I'd prefer if the second line did not come down, because it is just gravel, you know? So I'd like to vent it to the north. But it looks like that just isn't happening, is it? Alright, so we copy copper. Very well. Then... Well, actually, this is just all wrong, isn't it? For what we're going to do. We kind of want a snake belt on the inside, or... Because we don't really want to come down from the north, right? It's not really how we do things here. I guess it is how we're doing things, because that's how it's going to be the path of least thinking. Do I have any screeners that work not in that fashion? Looks like the answer is no. And again, we're going to be following the footprints of nickel, huh? Yeah, we need exactly this. This is 30. It goes right there. So it looks like it's going to come around here and it's going to start bombing down stuff like this. And so we're probably only going to get 3 of them right here. Yeah, that's all we're going to be able to fit in. And then we have to do the exact same thing over here. No, wait, we only need 2 more, right? So these guys, I think in order to make that work, we have to do this. I think that's what we need. And of course, we lose this entire line because of, well, grumble, grumble, so very mad. Like this, right? And then that works. At least it's going to look impressive, right? Oh, we're out of belt. Wonderful. We need screeners, impact crushers, and belt. And I'm not sure this is in the right... Well, kind of is in the right spot. That salt rock is just wrecking me. It is inflicting multifarious destruction upon me. Screeners. And then crushers. And lots of belt. Lots of hands, too. More hands. There we go. Oh, and I've got... Yeah, I did grab some. Okay. I did grab some nickel. It wasn't as clean as I thought it was going to be. That's all right. We don't have to be squeaky, squeaky clean here. This is not quite filthy Factorio, but it's not competent Factorio either. All right. Go and do your job, bots. Now we're actually hyperactive here, aren't we? It's easy to put hands down. It's not easy to pick up hands. Maybe we just... Here, we do this. All these have to be picked up. Because this is just wrong for the situation. So maybe I shouldn't have copied so much. Well, what can you do when you're working from parts? So, here, we have to stop the flashing. There you go. Okay, happy now, happy, happy now, happy. Please jump that. Oh, just barely. No, just barely not. Okay, so we're not gonna touch the belt, obviously. We're not gonna touch the walkway. So we will come over like this. And that's not terrible, frankly. I've done way, way worse. Hook that up right there and then over. Great. Great, 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 great. And then we can continue this. Hopefully I got the number right? It's that much. Here, we'll do the math again because of sudden paranoia. Yeah, we're doing this. We have 18 of these guys times 0.8. 14 of it coming in a second. And then we go and we put in this guy right here. and you eat at 0.5. Oh, divided by 0.5. Yeah, that's just how it goes. So we're going to do that. And then here, like that, please. And then dump it back on the belt. So it's going to get into chromite grade 1. Oh, wait a second. Grade 2 gets beaten down to grade 1. I didn't look ahead. And then we need more grade 1 right here. But wait a second. I overbuilt this by a lot. Is this going to be another situation where my laziness and stupidity turns out to be my greatest ally? So anyway, let's elucidate on what I just discovered. Chromite grade 1. All right, it's a do-over, right? And then you also make gravel. So grade 2 goes to grade 1. And so we have 28.8 of these guys, and it's producing 0.23 grade 1. Wait, there's a ton of problems here. Okay. Here, we're going to have to do this again as it refluxes. We're going to have to do another reflux balance. We're going to start at the beginning, right? So we're going to have 36 times 2 equals 72 primary grade 1. And then the primary grade 1 will come down and get pounded into, so it's like 0.4 divided by 2, 1/5. 1/5 of it becomes grade 1 again. Anyway, here, we're getting ahead of ourselves. 72 grade 1 goes into 72 grade 1 times, gets cut in half. So it's 36, well, okay, 36 grade 3. And then right here, it's 4 divided by 4 times 0.8. It makes 14.4 grade 2. 14.4 grade 2. Arrows. And then we have to come back and we have to rescale all of this again. Glad I thought eventually, right? Eventually thought. So it's going to be divided by 3, divided by 5, multiplied by 3.2. All right. Grade 2 goes into 9.2, grade 1, and then it also makes gravel, and that's it. So what we have right here is 72 grade 1, then gets pounded down into 9.2 grade 1. So what kind of ratio is that? 9.2 divided by 72, that's 0.12 multiplier. So it's going to be 72 plus 9.2 plus 9.2 times 12, 0.112. 9.2 times 0.12, and that's going to be 0.1, and then plus, then times 12 again. And it's going to be 0.113. So that is the reflux equation right here. You could be using calculus or something to do this. I just estimate. That's just I am not a good math person. I'm a practical math person. Almost like an engineer. All right, so there we go. There is our total harvest of grade 1 right there. The entire system has to deal with that. We have to build the system out to a size suitable to cope with this. So right here, we overbuilt this. Did we overbuild it enough? So here we have 82.4 divided by 4. We're going to need 20 of these guys. 20 of these guys. And we overbuilt because of this line I complained bitterly about right here, and now it saves me. Because we need a couple more, and we have a couple more. So great. So now we have 20.6 of these guys going all the time, and you are producing 0.8 a second of grade 2, which means we are producing 16.45 grade 2. And then right here, divide by 5. And divide that by 0.5. I need 33 of these guys, a full block. And then that will get us beyond the horizon. Because that will make that this gets us beyond the horizon of grade 1. So we need to go get another one of these guys. Well, that's terrible for a lot of reasons. Yeah, that's awful. So we have this going on right here. 1, 2, 3. And now we steal the rest. We don't get the rejects, the gravel line out quite yet. Okay, we put that down. And now we need another one underneath that. And that's parallel to this, so now we need this line, I think. It's so hard to build from a kit. And now we can come right here and we can snatch up this, right? And where do we put this? Where is this destined to go? So, yeah, right there. I think. So that's destined to... What am I even doing? As a question you would expect me to have an answer to, but I'm going to have to disappoint you. Because it's off now. Here, we're just going to put that there, and I'll line it personally when I look at it. No doing it from up there. All right, so we have changed. We have changed our mind. We have changed our attitude. We have used the power of math. Math dismissed for a moment. I will bring you back in times of struggle. So like this. Now it's just gravel in. Okay, great. We can do this. 100%. Not a problem. And then we have 100% a problem right here. Now I'm going to have to go over this entire thing because it's chaotic and weird. Yeah, I have to get rid of all these hands. All these hands go away. We do not need any helping hands. We are all the help we ever wanted. Right there, right there. No, don't pick up all of that. Mouse slip, my fault. Okay, like that, like that, like that, like that. Okay, so now we're just gonna not pay attention to any of the problems linking up anything. Well, okay, we'll pay attention to these things. This latches in real easy. Maybe we put this a little too far up. Okay, I hate that a lot more now, but I don't hate it enough to move it. Such is life, yes. Such is life. So all of you have to come with me. No, we don't want to grab the light pole. Even though we keep grabbing light poles. Alright, whatever. It's going to be fine. It's going to be fine, I say. Do you hear me? Fine. 100% absolutely going to be fine. It's going to be very, very overpowered. Good, but I didn't... Alright, so, okay, yes, we are now done. So we have gravel line coming out right here. That's it. Because the feed line should not continue. So snag all of that. And we're snuggling into this organic solvent line. And clip this off. And clip that off. And this right here is not what we need. That is primary product. That is not how we do it here. So all this, yeah, you even snug in directly to that. So that's good. So this is gravel out. Good. Gravel out just needs to come somewhere. We're going to say right there, just because. Because I know this line exists. So let's just go do that right now. And let's play the game of how many things will I put on incorrect lines this time? Will I have learned anything? Probably not, boys and girls. Probably still challenged in that regard. Right there, and we know that's gravel, right? We're going to check it, but we also know it, right? We know, but we check. We trust, but we verify. A lot of stone coming out. Yeah, that's gravel. At least it has gravel on it. So if it's polluted, then I'm adding to the pollution. It'll be a hostile takeover. That'll be a gravel line from this point forward. Anyway, we have to consider what we have done. So right here, we put out 3. Oh, this isn't kind of, okay, we can do better. We'll do better right here. Move it over by 2. I know we usually keep this line going, but we're using that line right here, so I don't want to deal with it. So it all comes in here, then all the 2 comes out, and it goes on a merry adventure through all this. It gets pounded down back into 1. So all of this is going the wrong way, first off. And this is a nightmare. There we go. So we need to gather together all the chromite 1 and get it up here. So this should be using this line. Okay, we can do that. And this is all just chromite 1 coming back, being recycled. All right, got it. Understood. In control. Thriving. So you go north. And this thing just gets obliterated. And no one else. All right, so. And right here, yeah. Yes, this works. Okay, I suppose this works. I suppose after the last area, I should probably not be too confident. I should maybe show a little bit of humility. Maybe get a factory calculator to do this for me. But that's like, why would I have something play the game for me? No. No way. I will make my mistakes, thank you. A machine can never replace me in the flavor of my mistakes. All right, and then straight back in. All right, good. And that bashes the 1 back in. It will reflux again, but we took care of that with the math. And now that is all sealed. We should get a final count of how much grade 3 is coming down now. Because, spoiler alert, that's where we're going next. Okay, so right here. Notepad, come back. So we have 82 right here, which is the amount of, oh, come back to me. That's the amount of grade 1 coming into the system when you take into account all the reflux. And so that's grade 1, and then we come here to the all-important ball mills. And so we're going to go 82.4 divided by 4, because that's what it says, times 2. So we're cutting this in half. So we end up with 41.2 grade 3. Counting reflux. Okay, so great. 42.1, that's a number. It's a pretty big number, honestly. It's not enough to be carried on a red belt, but it is big enough to be carried on a stacked red belt. So we're probably going to do a ball mill now, I think. our hydrocyclone. Here, dismissed. Gotta remember to take that off. It's annoying when it's left up. All right, so right here, chromite grade 3. This is from reject processing, so you're not quite here yet. So that leaves only the hydrocyclone, huh? I'm always happy when I see these getting pulled out because they're usually giant reduction steps. And you need a lot of water and a lot of grade 3. And it's not a reduction step. This is an enormous inflation step. Okay. Okay, 4 times the material comes out as goes in. Wow, friends. Okay, so what are we looking at here? And there's also a reflux relationship. So it's even worse than we thought. You know how we thought it was bad? No, it's worse than that. Right there. So what happens here is we make some amount of rejects, but those rejects are just a refund. So every 2, oh wow, this is going to be enormous. This is going to have an absolutely titanic footprint. This might be bigger than tin when you take into account gold processing happens. Maybe I better suspend doing gold processing to the very end to see if I have space for it. I can always pipe the solution over to like something that's solved, like do it in the coal line right here, you know? Actually, that's an amazing idea. There's going to be some cross communication with more material coming back and forth, but doing it like coal is not going to be expanded. Bitumen right here is not going to be expanded. I mean, there's not going to be anything more to do. It's just going to be more elaboration on that. So in a way, this is all free space right here to be used for something. And perhaps gold processing is that something. Though I could also do it right next door and there's no harm in it. Especially if I choose like this block right here. All right, that's a problem for a little later. Now our problem is mathematics and our own incredible slowness of mind. So, all right, notepad, come with me. Yes, I know I still need a petroleum gas generator. We have to handle this reflux and get this to the end. So this goes into, it's going to be times 4 and times 4. Wow, buddy. No, it's times 2. Oh, it's only a doubling. I got caught up by looking at the recipe. Oh, okay, so it's a times 2. So times 2, we make 82.4 grade 4, and we also make 82.4 rejects. Rejects down here. All right, so we're going to be making, yeah. And then we're going to have to go right here, and we're going to be divided. We need 40 ball mills. Divide by, did I say 4? Say 2? Yeah, we're going to need 42 ball mills. Oh my god. And that's going to produce 0.4. So this produces 82.4 grade 4 goes to what's the number? 16.5 grade 3. So that's let's do a little math right there. That is 16.5 divided by 82.4. That is a 1/5. Which is what I said before. So what we're going to have here is 42.4 to grade 3 initial. And then 1/5 will come back, 16.5, and then 1/5 will come back. Not 0.5, 0.2. And it's 0.3, 0.3, and then 1/5 will come back. And that's 0.66. So this is the total mass of grade 3 we're going to have to deal with. And our total is, this is bad, guys, equals 6166 grade 3 total. Okay, so, and we have to divide by 1. Can we divide by 1 here? What does it look like when we divide this by 1? Well, the cheery answer that we get to is 62. We're going to need 62 hydrocyclones to process all of this. Okay. All right. And so this is going to be absolutely enormous. It really is. We may be able to fit this next step in here, and then we have to put rejects in here, and then we finally make it to where we can split off gold. Like, lead was so tiny and cute and happy compared to these. Why are these so titanic? Okay, all right, we can do this. Ball mill, out you go. What's going on here? Water in, 2 things out, and it's massively expansive. Oh. Really? Really? When did this happen? I feel like this is like old news right here. Oh, what's this? This is probably pretty important, isn't it? Slaughtering will grant extra blood, lard, acid, bones, and brains. Like, how is that not the one everyone picks? I mean, you need more brains more than anything else. Huh. Extra meat? No thank you. Extra guts? No thank you. How does everyone not just take laser cutting? Anyway, we're going to do something else. We're going to click on this. Here. Research that for no real reason. 62, friends. Oh, that is violence against me. And it's big. And it's going to be complicated because we cannot put everything on one belt. It's too expansive. Well, maybe we can. Let's do a belt balance. So we have 3 stacked belts coming in here. Another wave of math incoming, friends. 3, and then it is times 0.2 to represent a fifth. So we have 0.06 of a belt coming off right here. And then into this, into great darkness right here. It's even impossible to say, right? So out of this comes, in total, where does that total of great? 82.4. And what is that? That's so if a red belt holds 130, 30 items, and it's stacked 4 high, that is 120. And so down here, we're going to be feeding in 61 grade 1, grade 3. And so it's just going to double in size. So yes, it will be over a red belt in size. So that just doesn't work. And I don't think we have anything we can copy for this. So we're actually going to have to build an original thing. And it's going to be enormous. All right, so general idea, right? Or in. Did I do it wrong again? I bet you I did. Or in, like so. And then we will do 2 products out in a snake belt in the middle, or snake belt right here. I think it's snake belt right here. Or in will host the beacons. So we will do an actual snake belt out. It's been a while since I did one of these. So we're gonna go this way. It'd be better if the rejects went down. It doesn't matter. Okay, serpentine belt. Let's go. Big V. like so. Self-contained. Beautiful. So we're going to be doing this. I mean, there's going to be like 8 rows of this. No joke, because they're so big. All right, so this is going to be our unit, right? And then or in. And then we do the same over here. This is bulky as hell. And then we are doing this, right? And you are Chromium grade 4, and you are Chromium rejects. And then we just do this, and this is our unit. And now it is time to learn our terrible fate. How many of these can be tiled? I'm doing this. So it looks like the answer is going to be 7. 7's not the answer I wanted to see. Because that means it's going to be 9 tiers, right? That's what it has to be. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And no vias, of course. So I've got to put a via in. Right there. So the answer is in fact 7. So let's go back. 60 divided by 7. All you divide by 7. That is 9 tiers. 9 whole tiers of this. Because they are so slow. That is near criminal. All right, so that's kind of great. I'm going to need hydrocyclones forever. There is no way I'm going to have enough of these. This is what's known as Factorio trauma right here. We're almost in the realm of Factorio bargaining, where I give up my old goals and try to do something else. Go find a new job, go back to school, maybe play Minecraft. I hear Minecraft's fun. And then we need power, of course. I neglected that. This could just be like there and there. And then right here, right here. Right there, right there. Okay, so we'll hook it up somehow through methods fair or foul. Why do you have to connect to both? Why can't you just connect to one? Why are you making an enormous sound as if you're working when you are not? And I guess right here is going to be the main water line. How much water do you take? A lot. So divided by 6. We're going to need 10 water makers to get this going. Okay. This has gotten real, hasn't it? So, like that. Okay, and great. And then we have 2 materials coming out, and we're not going to worry about that because we can't. We're not going to be able to even do stuff down here. We're going to have to leap over all of this. Oh, there's no one servicing this. That's weird. This was, of course, pointed out to me, and I did nothing about it. All right, sure. Mr. Whale, come here. You got a job. You can get hungry, sure. Right here, fill cargo. Go over here, and I want you to just empty that cargo in primary sulfur right there. So you empty that cargo. This is your duty. You are an attendant of this mine. Off you go. So, How do we handle this problem down south, he says. How do we do this? So this is the ratio we came up with, and yes, that's a very expansive step. And I guess it never gets any better, it looks like. Well, we're not doing this step right here. And this doesn't get any better. This is going to be enormous. So 9, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 14. Grab all my happy friends. We just get to it, right? This one's broken as well. So destroy that. Don't pick this up. Oh, it's not even going to fit here. Oh, wow. Maybe I should not do this here and do regex processing here. Maybe that will be more efficient. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We need 3 more. We got to move that. Here. Come with me. This is... I'm not going to call this a disaster. I will call this terrifying. Right here. Is this good enough? I know I moved it a chunk. That's my fault. Are we still good? Still seeing everything like we should? Okay. So if the answer is 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, we need 3 more right here. Or I could have moved it all down here and then I'd still have to put more over. I suppose it depends on the ball mills. If I could steal one line from right here and then I can fit everything into that section. We are way, way overbuilt. We're way overshooting even the largest one that's been before. I'm going to have to offload gold processing, no doubt about it. Let's not think about that at the moment. Let's do a little sizing activity. If we look at the notes again, right here. So we have how much grade 3 total coming in? And then this refluxes right back into grade 3. Where's my ball mill? Show me the evidence. They're smaller. There's hope here. Chromite grade 3. So we take rejects and we make more grade 3. And so here we have this much grade 3 in total. And this is the horrible truth. And so it's divided by 2. Okay, that's workable. So we take our number right here, 61.66, which was divided by 1 over there. And suppose we need 30 of these guys. 30 of these guys. So I can't shove them into this space, that's for sure. I could probably shove them into this space. I can maybe even shove them into this space and have a row left over. Then we have all these pipes down here, and that's worrisome. And I also can't forget that I've clipped a pipe right here. We're not getting any boric acid in. So let's do an experiment. Just build an area for these guys. Our goal is 31 actually, but if we can only get 30 in, there's no way we're gonna only be able to do 16 in a row. Now, the good news is it's a very simple transformation, right? So it's gonna be one of these guys. So just grab you and use you as an example. Yes, we will build it out. So, in line, right? In line, not in line, not in line, not in line. There you go. All right, ball mills. Be the appropriate color. Do the color for me. Great, right? Ooh, we're back into this stuff. I know how to fix it now, but fortunately... I can't do that on screen. All right, so we're going to have the rejects come in, and then we're going to do this as much as possible. So grab this, put it right there. And this is pretty much as possible. And this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we're going to need 4 tiers of you. So, okay, straightforward, right? Probably not going to be doing a snake belt here. Or a serpentine belt. So we'll have runoff going in right here. The belt coming in, split, and then split, and then split. And so these get tagged. We're out of belt, of course. Out of everything. Out of hope. Out of time. And these guys don't belong. All right, so now we can size this. As we struggle with the enormity of that which we must do. And we got to ask ourselves, okay, stop. Please stop. Please stop flashing. Please stop flashing. Please stop flashing at me. I'm aware. Trust me, I'm aware. So we can go right here, and we can do that. We can probably even steal a line like we said. But one line would be a little thick, maybe? I don't know. Well, anyway, let's obliterate all this stuff. Because I can just copy it from up there again. So you just go away. Let's pick all this up. And we show absolutely no mercy when it comes to space. We need every single line right here. Like I'll even move the aerial caravan. It can grant one more square. Well, let's see if I need it first. All right, so I'll fill this up with 6, and then right here is 7, 8, and then right here will be 9, which means we need this, right? And this is going to be a complicated belt job. Oh, it fits in naturally. That's nice. Okay. Okay, so there's a future for this plan. It's going to be all over the place. You might even go so far as to call it a little bit wacky. But the plan is here, right? We only need to make like 50 more hydrocyclones. All right, so we're doing this right here then, right? Right? And this is going to be complicated, weird, and I will go so far as to say bad. However, it'll get us to where we need to be. And it doesn't. We can't. For all that struggle, I end up with nothing. Okay. It doesn't fit. It doesn't even begin to fit. Hydrocyclones are too big. All right. So take that plan, dunk it straight in the trash. All you guys have to go further down. Where? I don't know. It's going to be part of a plan somewhere. You just live down there for right now. All right, so doesn't work. Just simply, flat out, does not work. There's probably a better way to do this, right? But they're so bulky. And there's so many impediments in the way here. Yeah. It's like it just doesn't matter, right? I'm not going to be able to fit in another line. This will only be 4. Unless I do something up here and try to get a half line in. But that doesn't even help. Wow. The ugliness. It throbs. This is 1, 2. What happens if I come up here and I just tell it to do its best? Right here. Just do your best, soldier. then take this. That's still not big enough. It will never, ever hold 3. This will hold another one. So, okay. That's fine. So I can take this and then just clip all this stuff out. All right, so we told it to do its best. And then we'll try to figure this out. And so this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 times 7 is 63 minus 2. So this will still be enough. It's ugly as all hell. Actually, I removed too much right here, didn't I? This needs this. How has this only been an hour? This beatdown feels like it just keeps going. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And so we just need to copy this and put it right here. Like I struggle. I struggle so hard. And yet, I never seem to get ahead. Which is a lie. I'm far ahead. I'm way ahead of all you guys. All right, and we're going to have to move all that to the via. You see that, right? And we're going to use this here. This was big wow. Big wow for how much it takes. Why are my bots not taking care of this? Have I scared you off? No, really. Oh, I don't have the material to move it then. Okay, I see what's going on. So you go right there. You go right there. Pick you up. That still works. Pick up. Pick up. And then we will do this, of course. And who is interested in seeing how I have messed this up? What subtle ways I have made a complete mockery of all reason and purpose here. Right, that's perfect. You have to get clipped. Right there. Because I look at this and I think to myself, I have no confidence in myself. This is an enormous expanse. All right, let's go get a whole bunch of normal material. And ball mills, I guess, and any hydrocyclones that happen to be here. And we need a whole lot of everything. We need you and you. Oh, we are to belt. Oh, so that's just it, huh? That was everything. Do we have any belt in the bins? Because we need a lot of that, and we don't have any. And that might just be just straight it, huh? Unless there's some up here for some reason. Looks like the South factory is still having problems. This is honestly a pretty bad time for this because I'm in the middle of a kind of a difficult set of calculations. And I really would rather have some belt in order to pull things down. So what is going on here in the South base that we have such a problem? Why are we having problems here? So we have molten stainless steel. No aramid fire. Oh no. What are you? And that's no molybdenum, I think. No molybdenum? Yeah. And what's wrong with you? What am I looking at here? Can't vent sulfur. Oh. So we're not using enough sulfur in the base, huh? We're just simply not using enough. Okay. All right, I understand, kinda. I understand a little bit. Dinosaur hungry. No, I want you to come back here. Don't walk away from me. I want you to help them with their problem down here. I want you to fill your cargo, and then I want you to take it up here. And I think we have a way of disposing of excess sulfur, right? Yeah. Yeah, we can. All right. So we have a cleaner way of doing things up here. So you go handle that. Now, that dinosaur is waiting for stainless, right? So I guess we help it out. We did take this from the South Factory, so I guess there's no great shame in returning it to the South Factory. Then we might have to physically pick up that dinosaur and bring him north. If we can find which one he is. Okay, guys. Which one are you? You? Oh, you're going to need small parts too, aren't you? And then you go all the way to the north, right? Yeah. Okay, so that is you. Are we good up on small parts? No, of course not. Need more stainless for that. So, all right, here, get in my pockets. Oh no, I picked up two. It's going to be one of the white ones, right? Okay. I didn't know this. This was told to me. No, to wipe their memory. Not, wait a second. This guy's here, and you're my buddy. Come with me. No, come back. You are not my buddy. You're coming here. All right, so what we need to do is help this guy. And we help him by going and getting materials from the North Base and stuffing it in him. And then maybe he will make red belt for us, and we can continue. And hopefully I've solved the current bottleneck in the South Base, so who knows? Who can say, yes? And I have to put down like 10 water pumps just to keep those hydrocyclones filled. That's going to be a problem. All right, so my buddy, you need 1,000 stainless steel. Allow me to pick that up for you. Okay, great. Wait, here, come back. In my pocket, out of my pocket. There, you've got that. Then be on your way. Okay? So that's okay with you. I have to dump all the rest of this. That's still going to take a lot of time for it to reach the base, so I have to find something to do with myself for a few minutes here. I suppose I could just pick him up and carry him. That'd be funny. Take all that. Take all that. Okay. Probably should have picked him up and carried him. Would have made everything go faster. But that's not happening, eh? So what to do with a complete lack of belt when I need enormous quantities of belt? Give me hydrocyclones. Oops. What did I just pick up there? Screeners? Yeah. Why do I have tailings dust on me? Hydrocyclones and then some ball mills, right? No, apparently not. Because maybe one more. I don't know. Just no one talk to me. I don't know. And then there's just nothing here for us. And I don't have any secret caches of it anywhere. I could go just pave stuff. That's a pretty good use of time. Because I know I'm going to have to do gold over here. Because look at this. It's extended all the way down here. And this is just it's one bigger than chromium. Let's take a look ahead. Though looking right here pauses time. It doesn't actually help me. So we are right at the end of this. We've made grade 1. And then we dunk it. It's a huge reduction step. Look at that. That's enormous. Well, that's heartening. So there's a lot of stuff going on, but it's And so into the false cube, it does that. So we need, this is an expansive step. And then we need, no, wait, what? High grade chromite to processed chromite. And then processed chromite to high grade chromite. So we have a loop for destroying chromite. Processed chromite to high grade chromite. Oh, so this is the vent for in case we need gold. Because we're going to have, this is two things being made in parallel. So we have to account for the situation where we need chromite but don't need gold, and we need gold but we don't need chromite. So this is how we get out of having too much chromite but we need gold. It looks stupid, but it's not that stupid. It has to be like that. So anyway, you make chromite pulp stage 1, and then we make high-grade chromite right here. And then we can dispose of it, right? Or we can get back on the what do we do once we make the shiny cube? Where is that? We then go into processed chromite. So we go down to the false cube now. Oh, and that's a huge expansive step. This makes 4 in 6 seconds. This processes 1 in, and then it splits. So we have processed chromite and we have chromite pulp stage 2. There's the stage 2. Oh, okay. Stage 2 goes 3, and then the 4 and 5, and it does a fancy little dance here. Great, we're going to figure that out. It gets to 7 eventually, and then 7 crashes out to a whole bunch of chromite sand, and that's what we smelt. Meanwhile, processed chromite does what now? Oh, it gets reprocessed, eh? So the point of this is to get the stage 2 pulp. And this is going to be an enormous step because centrifugal pans are already very large. Great, fantastic. Love to see it. So I suppose I gotta go catch a dinosaur, huh? That's really the only way to do this properly. Give him a ride. And then hope I've done this correctly. Alright, he's huffling north. See if we can catch him. And then we'll end up with a little more bread belt. And then after that... Alright, so where was he? It's gonna be hard to catch him, right? So our tracker is right up here. Where'd you go? Right there. Alright, he's just passing the 2 for barrier. He's walking by me. He's walking by, he's right there. Come here. No. Get in my pants. How come my bots are not botting? Oh, am I completely out? Ah! That's an answer. Okay, this isn't quite everything going wrong. But this is certainly a profusion of things that are not going right. Haha, nervous laughter. You. Right here. And now I want you to drop. Go. You have been brought to a strange space. You find yourself where you were not before. How do you address this problem? Well, you just make your delivery and you move on. Okay, right there. Now, thank you for the energy drink. Okay, good. We're making red belt again. All right, so now we have to deal with the liquid fuel issue. Oh, I left it up again. I gotta look over more, I guess. Just keep those notes out of the way. Luckily, I only pull them up when I'm doing chores and when I'm doing math. Riveting content either way. All right, so here we are. Let's do this. Bin right there, over there, all that stuff. Give it to me. No, I want to unload first. I suppose that is the way to do it this time, right? Because it's just so easy. I know they're all empty. But I can't. Can I do this? Where'd they go? I better not put them in the trash. No, really, where did they go? Did they all distribute? Oh, they did. Oh, I never knew you could do that. I never knew you could do that. And just click. Shouldn't we have a lot more in here? I guess not. I never knew that. And I figured that one out myself. I guess we have to wait around now. Our reward for... Here, we're just going to take this tailings dust right here. And we're going to put it in that box. And we're just going to walk away. We were never here. Never, never, never here. Are we full yet? Where is all this stuff going? Because we should be full by now. I don't know if this works, guys. Yeah, that destroyed half of them or something. No. Yeah, I don't know if this works. Does it not work with the equipment grid up? Because we're still not getting any right there. And that's still half. Where'd they all go? And there's just as many. Okay, so it does not work. I'm destroying these somehow. If I do this now, it doesn't go anywhere here. Let's try with just one. Okay, that fills it up. I feel like I am doing something very wrong and I do not understand it. I feel like I've definitely destroyed a lot of these. Which is terrible, because now I have to remake them. Yeah, I have to say I do not know what's going on. Because we're almost out right here, right? It's like there's something else around here that has... See, it didn't even fill it up. What is this? All right. Things are weird. There. Finally, I'm filled up, but I've lost many of my my tanks. Look at that. They're almost all gone. So I have to have put the fuel canisters somewhere. Oh, they went into trash slots. Why? I don't know. I don't know. All right. The bafflement is me. Let's calm down. Let's breathe. Let's go retrieve a few special bots to replace that time we killed a bunch of our special bots. Right over here. There we go. Now we have a full flight again. That comforts us. It makes us feel better. Let's go take a look at sulfur. In the molybdenum line, which will be right here. Oh good, it's moving again. And is anyone waiting? Yes. So I hope you get your molybdenum soon. That is my sincere wish for you. Okay, so all of this, no longer my problem. My problem, I now have to focus again on chromite. Okay, we can do this. We can do this. There. Just give it all to me. And I'm going to have to go do that again in a bit here because there's going to be an enormous backlog. Probably have to do a paving episode tomorrow. Whatever. I need hydrocyclones if you have them. I'm going to need every last one of them. And then Everything else we just kind of deal with for the moment. Okay. That was an unwelcome interruption because it definitely disrupted my chain of thought. Now we're going to come back down here. And I suppose the term for what we're doing is the best we can. I think all of this needs to be moved down because we're not going to be able to make that turn. Let's reserve judgment right there. We have room in the south. This is... Wow, these things are slow right after an enormous expansive step. Just plain evil. Don't let any of the Factorio devs tell you that they're on your side. They ain't. Look at what they think of in their spare time. When we are once again out of... it's kind of a disaster situation, isn't it? We are once again out of belt. So hopefully that's still being made. Yeah, I know, guys. Yeah, I know, it's all awful. Okay, all right, so continue working on this problem. Let's go over to the belt central, and let's see if there's just a pile of belt over there. Gotta pick that up, right? No, there isn't. We are completely out again. That belt, what was made, was the belt what I get. So this is definitely something that I have to deal with next episode. So yeah. So that guy's already moving down south. He's going to try to pick up everything again. He's probably already there, right? Yeah, and he's once again in line for stainless. And stainless is aramid. Aramid finally being made because molybdenum arrived. Molybdenum is now out. I declare you are back of the bus. So we may or may not even be doing this properly at this point. By say properly, I mean producing more material than we need. This might be the bottleneck of the factory. But don't think about that. Thinking is always handcraft belt. Handcraft belt to keep going. What are you willing to do to keep going? Are you willing to make thousands of units of belt by hand? Maybe that's what's required. Do you have what it takes to persist in such conditions? Well, the factory will test you. All right, so here we go, right? Let's talk about how we have to wire this up. Right, so we have the giant belt of 3 coming down. And so what needs to happen is this. We're going to let our other problems just be problems in their own. So we have beacon space right here and in the middle. Because these guys surely are going to need to be beaconed. Then we are going to leap here. Because this is... It saves belt for one, and it's going to be needed for another. Now we have this problem. And it's just, we have to touch the walkway. Guess it's good that I never moved it, right? That's probably been punished already. Alright, and so now you come over here. This is just for grade 3. Then we're going to put grade 4 way over here, and then rejects like right here. And then we'll tie them together. So here we're going to need to do something special. And by special, I mean bad. Right here. So these guys are going to get the least of all, but that's their punishment for being in a weird place. Oh, we can trim some of this stuff. Okay. Save some belt. And like right there, 1 unit of belt. Yeah, it's mine. Get in my pockets. Yeah, 1 unit of belt. Efficiency. So trim all of this. I am a belt scavenger. in a ruin, fallen world. So this needed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks just for the basics. And hopefully the rest is very compact. Like there's still a shot. I still think I'm going to do gold like right over here, like off to the side. So I think gold is going to be compact. Silver was very compact. And that's what I'm going off of. So now I have to ask myself, we still have disconnected this, whatever this is. And we have to put it back. But we're going to have lines coming down right here. So this is okay. So it's all okay exactly where it is. Great. So this guy needs to get hooked back up. But of course, I do that. Of course, it's not simple. Of course, we continue to bear the mark of shame. Of course. Okay, that's just enough, right? This is still just distributing grade 3. And we want to leap here. And that's it. We finally made it. What could have been a nice day, could have been a nice time, was instead a complete disaster. I suppose that's overstating it a bit. I've had many things that were more disastrous. Oh, this is unfortunate. We're going to have to touch the walkway again, for which I do not apologize this time. The reason to have morals is so that you can discard them when required. All right, so need many, many hydrocyclones, need some ball mills. We're probably getting close to the end of the episode here because of simple cognitive fatigue. All right, so this probably doesn't need to be like this, even though I really do need the belt. So you will come down like so. This is grade 4. This is the good stuff. And this is rejects. And I need not speak on the opinion of the rejects. Right there. These guys come down. No. Don't fight with the power poles. Like this. What's important, though, is they dodge this aerial caravan. And this is where we reach the end, right? I'm out of belt again. We come right here, and you get plugged in. And then we come right here, and you get plugged in. And this is the grand juncture we need to repeat over and over and over again. So I guess we didn't need to do this right here, except that, it saved belt. And now I'm completely out. All right. Great news, everybody. He's out of belt. So let's see if we have to carry our dinosaur back up again as we get more into more debt, shifting more and more materials into this. Yep, there he is. So we need to go do it again. Probably should have done this before, huh? There's going to be a great void of stainless up here, which I suppose is we're going to convince ourselves is okay. Come here. Come here. He needs a whole line. He needs 2 of these. There. That will help him. Soon enough, though, I'll be making these things up here. Like I need to get to stainless, and to get to stainless, I need to do cobalt. Cobalt's going to be coming soon. Okay, not soon. In many, many hours. It is in sight. There's a plan for it. How about that? There you go. There. Now he's free. He can go get that belt. I really should just snag him right here. No. I've decided something different's happening, my friend. Come with me. Into my pockets. Yeah, and here I was complaining about copper being big. It's what you don't know which gets you. All right, don't I have belt somewhere over here? He needs 500 units of belt. Can't I accommodate this request? Right here. 500 units, please. And then Mr. Dinosaur. I shove you all together right over here. Where are you? Right there. Hey, look. How'd that happen, you know? You suddenly have all the material you need. Weird. So weird. All right, great. I wish there was a way to shove it directly into me. That would take some time. All right, so what do we do while we wait? Maybe I'll go get a soda first. That won't really pass a lot of time, but I'll have a soda at the end. So one moment. Be right back. All right, I am hydrated. I have no solution for any of my problems, but I now have a fizzy drink in my mouth. It's starting to look nice. This is a good setup right here. I like how this looks. I also kind of like the color here. This like, what do you even call this? Peachy orange? Not good with color names. I like it. Yeah, look at this enormous thing. Probably the biggest single stack in the entire anything. All right, hydrocyclones. We're actually making these at a very good clip. And so, ball mills. And if I go and I raid the, here, we're just going to let this go. Here, if I go and I raid the bin, I should actually have enough hydrocyclones to get this all done. That was, not anticipated. Hydrocyclones, right there at the base. Right here. If I just go raid this bin, that's enough, right? I still don't have enough belt to finish this off, which is super duper embarrassing for someone who is apparently building a factory. But we're getting there. Is this fish at all? It does. Nice. So we have all our buildings down. This is probably the single most buildings we've placed in a single day. Five city blocks plus support. Yeah, I want to say that's most. So concentrate. We're trying to hook this up and we don't have enough belt. And we're not gonna have enough belt. We can get a little farther, right? That gets hooked in, that gets hooked in. Oh, one of these is going the wrong way. No, they're both going the right way. Never mind. We're just going to need a lot more belt in the future to bring the stage 3 back. God, I'm glad I calculated the reflux first. Give me all of this. Yep. Can't believe I'm reduced to carrying a dinosaur around. How is the dignity and the glory of the factory has fallen this far? Truly, the barbarians have won. It would have been better if the biters had taken us long ago than to see us reduced to this state. That's it, right? That was the last one. We're done after this. Right there. Cool. All right, so. Now we are left with only a galaxy of problems. So this is doing the rejects, right? The reject dance. And that pushes out Chromite grade 3, and that's going to go all the way up. And there's no way I'm going to be able to do that because not enough belt. But we can pretend. So right there, and then all the way to the end. And that's going the wrong way. It's okay, there's no penalty for that. As we continue in Struggle City, population me, and that drags straight across. All right, so that gets in the reject crushing. And this should probably work out, I think. Maybe I should do the math again. Maybe that's what we do while we wait for Belt. We do the math one more time. And this is the stage 4, which we'll just conveniently leave there. And this has to come up now. So this is going to be stage 3, which will have to come up all the way to right here and then be used with preference. So it's going to have to be like this. Then input priority from that side. And you take stage 3. Oh, and there's also all the water. Let's not forget that, right? The absolutely enormous amount of water we're going to have to summon in order to get this working. Yes, betray your principles. Touch the walkway. Feel the anger flow through you. All right, almost done. I have faith we're going to be able to tie this off today, but I think I might have to go find something else to do tomorrow. Because I won't have the belt to actually do this. I need a big liquid stage at some point, and this was none of that. This was all just physical processing the entire way. But we'll be able to tie this off for the moment. Okay. Glad there isn't tons of weight. Oh, that's just ugly. Do I... That's ugly too, but I think in the grand scheme of things, that's less ugly. Okay. Forgive me, everyone. I have lost my way. I do not know what I am doing anymore. All right, so I'm going the wrong way here. Speaking of losing my way, I am a complete and utter mess, but we're going to go through it, and then I think I'm going to run through the math again. And if everything is wrong, I'm not even going to be mad. But I don't think I was wrong. So that goes that way. Then you're coming up. This is universally up, right? Yeah, this is stage 3, so it has to come up. All right, so I did this all incorrectly. And then that's where I flipped it. Flipped it for real. Okay, so stage 3 comes back. All right, so we may have made it to the end, friends. And that should leave us with only a line of stage 4 right here, which we will awkwardly route around. There, done. Oh, wait a second. We can get the water from the lake. Yeah, we're doing that, guys. Oh, and there's more to trim. That's a good idea. More than that, it's a sneaky idea. Ooh, let's see if we can just do this. We do this like right here. Then Angry Ghost, it does even Angry Ghost it down. Oh, it won't let me. Like right here, and right here. Here, hold on a second. Can we do this tighter? Yes. All right, so that's what? 1,400 a second? That's enough. That is 100% enough. Okay. So there we have at least a happy ending. We just have to put a mushroom staple on all this and then trim it at the bottom. Okay. Good. Good. And now, for my next trick, this has to keep going, right? You're hooked up? Are you off center? Oh, don't say you're off center. It's off center. Oh no. It's misaligned, which means all of this is misaligned. Gotta fix it, right? Can't not fix it. Can't live with it being off center. Okay, I'm not doing the math today. We're fixing this and I'm getting out. We're done after this. I'll do the math off screen later tonight when I've recovered a little bit. Or not. Or just not. Or just not, you know? Just don't. You know, when math doesn't make you happy, just stop doing math. Easy. So take all of this. This is what we want to do. And then you get moved one over, and now it's all lined up. Okay. Those bots gonna work for their bot kibble today. There we go. Man, these fast bots are the best. Except they kind of pinned me in right there. That was probably an assassination attempt, and I probably deserve it. Alright, so there's water hooked up. Kinda. No, because I misaligned it from this, because this was out of line. Alright, so all of you gotta move. Okay, so... Okay. Everyone just stay calm. Everyone stay calm. Just fill it back in. Fill it back in. It was never there. And then that's going to be a complete and utter pain. But it's okay. It's okay. Don't get mad. Just kind of quickly fix it. There we go. And now everything's lined up again. Ooh, had to take a bit of a pause there, as happens. Let's wrap this up. This has been going on too long. Or, actually, no, we're below time. I am not thinking about this anymore. That's where I am. Maybe I do the grim mathematics one more time. Just make sure that all makes sense. Oh, we have to... Oh, I remember what I was doing. I was moving everything back in line. And that left a hole here. We have to fill with water. Okay. All right. I remember this. I remember being really happy about this. Like that, right? Yeah. And sudden 4,800 units of water a second. And then all I have to do is put a cap on top. And that's where I realized everything was wrong. And then I realized my terrible mistake. Right there. Okay, so good. So pick that up. We staple this properly. Then maybe we go over the math one more time. And then recap and consider what our choices are. All right, let's go over the math again. Notepad, back out here. We're just going to confirm our numbers. So we have 36 of these guys, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 36 times, and it produces 2. So it takes 42, right here. So 72 primary grade 1. Then we do some math right here in that it comes back through grade 2. So, okay, so it's 72 grade 2, but then we multiply, and then we do the crushing step right here. And then that 72 is divided by 2 and then times 40%. So divide by 2 times 40%. 14.4, math still good. And then I'm just assuming that's fine. That's half. Yeah, that is right. Okay, so our math is good here. And so you put in 72 grade 1, you get that much back out. So if we do a ratio off that, divided by 72, we see that 1/5 comes back. Exactly 1/5. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. So, wait a second. No, okay, so it's 1/5 that goes to grade 2, but then grade 2 down here. Yeah. And then there's only a 65% chance. That's weird. Okay, so we end up with 14.4 of grade 2 per second times 0.3232 right there. Something is not right, my friends. Something is not right in my head. Because have I done something? Please say I haven't done something wrong. It's probably not going to be quite so easy, right? This is a holdover. All right, so let's reason through this again. So we have 72 primary grade 1 coming in right here. And then divide by 4 times 0.8 to get grade 2. Grade 1 in, grade 2. So it's 72 divided by 4 times 0.8. That will spit out 14.4, like I just said, grade 2. That's per second. And then all of this comes on this belt right here. Is that correct? No, it gets off right here. All of the grade 2 gets off right here. And then it's divide by 0.5 times 1.32. Maybe that's the difference right there. It's 1 grade 2. So it should just be a times 63 chance. So let's do it differently. So it's just times 0.65, right? And then we arrive at the math right there. It should just be times 0.65. And that gives me a different number. Well, no, it gives me this number. A little off, but just in the margins. Okay, so the grade 2 goes to the grade 1 right there. And then we get the ratios. And then I'm just assuming I did this math correctly just because eyeballing it looks correct. And then rolling it all together, we get this number for grade 1 coming in. Okay, that's incoming grade 1. And so we need to divide that by 4 to size this properly. Excuse me, right there. And divide that by 4. Then we need 21 of these guys, which is great because we added too many. And then through all that, that will produce a certain amount of grade 3. So 21 of these guys are going, and then you're producing grade 3, and that's times 2. So times 2 right there, 41.2, exactly, dead on. Counting reflux. All right, so we've made it to this point. And so sadly, we found our math is correct. You may begin mourning now. And over here, and then the problems start occurring. Because here we have 2 grade 3. This eats at 1 a second. Great. Wait a second. That's a different number. We only need 41 of these, not 60. 41 grade 3 crowning reflux. So we only need 6 tiers, not 9. What am I even doing? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We should stop here. Like, this is just wrong. Okay, go over it again. We've determined that this number is right. Then I guess I confused myself. Well, wait a second. Maybe it doubles or something. Oh, it does. Okay. So it comes in with this many rejects. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, 2 in, 2 out. Or is that how it should be? Because if we have, if we have 42 grade 1 coming, yeah, we should have 84 rejects coming out. 84 rejects. 82.4 rejects. And then we end up with this? No, we're still in this. Well, okay. I think I'm confusing myself on top of being confused. Because I'm getting ahead of myself. If we have 41.2 grade 3, 41.2, and then we process it at 1 a second, we need 41 of these. How did I get to 62 off this? Because we just proved this number correct again to ourselves. And then we divide by 2 because of all of the wait a second, why did we do this? All right, one more time. Getting confused, got interrupted, chain of thought ruined. It all comes out of here, right? And so we have, this is the grade 1 coming in. This is all the grade 1, and the grade 1 is cut in half to get to grade 3. That's where we get this number. That's where that grade 3 is. Therefore, we are going to need 42 of these guys. That's 6 full rows, and we have done 9. So that's just correct. It's just right. We'll probably just go with being a little low instead of having another whole row, or maybe have another no row. I don't know. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 with a little extra right here because of this. And so this shouldn't be here. All right, let's just keep going and maybe do it one more time afterwards, because I'd really love to collapse this down. It would make it so much better. I'll keep this though. Well, I can't. I'll figure out how to keep this, just not right here. So 41.2 grade 3. That makes this much grade 4 and this much grade and rejects. Right. That still makes sense. And so the grade 4 will head out. Oh, this is ugly. Right there, right there, and then right there. Okay, so what we're doing here is rejects is 82.4. Copy that. And then it's going to be divided by 2 times 0.4. Divided by 2. And so we need 42 of these guys. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That is... How? How is this not the correct number? It says I need 42 of these guys as well. Oh, man. I feel like I'm definitely missing something here. But we did the math right, right? Okay, no. We actually, no. We did not do the math right. I'm there with you. So the heart of everything is right here. And this gathers together all of the chromite grade 1. And we decided that there is going to be 82.4 of that when we count for reflux. And that cuts it in half. And that's the grade 2 that goes forward. So if that's the grade 3 that goes forward, excuse me. And so if we come here, and it needs 1 a second, and we're producing at 41 a second. That's rates right here. Maybe I got rates and buildings confused at one point. So this is rates at 41 a second. We're going to need 41.2 of these guys running, which means 42 of them. Okay, that makes sense. So we need 42 of these. And then they're going to be producing 2 grade 4 and 2 stacks of rejects. Oh, here's what we're neglecting. The rejects come back. Okay. Okay. So primary going forward is 82 rejects. Okay. 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 Suddenly it's coming back to me. It comes back to me by going forward. So these rejects right here, it's divided by 2 times 0.4. And that says we're going to have 16. Yeah, right here, this number, 16.5. And then we figured out the ratio between these things because we're getting 16.5 out, but we are putting 41.2 in. Yeah, from the perspective of grade 3, and we're getting 0.4 out. So did I do that correctly? Somehow I don't remember this. I remember it being 0.2, which means I used this number to calculate the everything that came back. So what we need to do is 41.2 plus 41.2 times 0.4 plus 41.2 times that and that, and then 41.2 times 0.4, 0.4 times 0.4 times 0.4. And that'll give us the 3 generations, right? Assuming I can type this in correctly. And that'll say we are needing 67. Yeah, because I'm doing the decay differently. We need 67 of, we're going to have 67. So what I did is I counted the rejects as being the reductor for the ratio instead of using the or right here. So it's 41.2, yeah. And then we calculate that it comes back one more time. Hit again, right? 41.2. Absolutely riveting mathematical struggle right here. Divide by 2 times 0.4. Okay, did it. Is this a different number? Is this a different number? See, why does this say grade 2? These are rejects. That's what that should be right there. And so, no, that's why, because it's like this. It's 82.4 divided by 2. That's the number of rejects times 0.4. That gives 16 right there. That is this is a 1/3 reduction with respect to rejects. But that is double that. 2/5 reduction with respect to or. Okay, so this is in fact an error. So what we do is or, it starts right there. And so we multiply it times 0.4, and that gives this number right here. And then we multiply by 0.4 again, and that gives 6.6 here, doubles it. And then we multiply it by 0.4 again, which gives 2.6 right here. We're even going to do another term. And times 0.4. And that goes to 1. Okay, so this is our new grade 3 total. And that gives us around 68 of grade 3 in total. All right, so if we have 68 grade 3 coming in, and this eats at 1 a second, we're going to need 68 of these guys running. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 7 times 9 is 72. As I'm so tired, I have to check that. Because that's 73, excuse me. Okay, but still I have enough. Because, oh no, I need more. I need one more line. And I'm not going to put that line in, guys. This is the end. I'm not going to do it. This is too tidy. We're just not going to do it. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 minus 2. 7 times 9 minus 2. We only have 61, so we're short here by about 10%. We need to put in another row in order to do this properly. But it's just kind of too big in my, like, then how are we doing down here? Let's skip ahead. Then if we're making 63 grade 3, that comes in here. And I guess it doesn't touch the reject line. So maybe it doesn't do any of this. Ooh. Ooh, yeah. This thing is wrong right here. This whole thing I'm doing right here is wrong. And that's going to have a massive effect because it doesn't generate more. It makes grade 3. Processing the rejects from here. Oh man, I am flailing. Just produces more grade 3, which just comes in right here. So it's not these two terms. It's just these two terms. Yeah, and so the rejects come in, and this is the grade, the grade 3, and that just comes straight back here. And that it makes more rejects. All right, never mind. Never mind. This is in fact correct. I am absolutely flailing. And while I may be slowly getting close to something approximating truth, more likely I'm just causing myself huge problems. So what I really need to do is put in one more bank and do a solid 10. A solid 10 of hydroclassifiers. But that breaks this, and this is really nice. But we don't really get a choice in the matter, do we? As much as I would love to just bail on this and call it done, that would be a cowardly way to do this. So, here we go, friends. What we really need out of our life is to just cleanly extract this. Actually, let's copy it. Right? Just cleanly extract it. And this is probably going to have implications for having this, right? Maybe I should start thinking again. Because if we have 68 grade 3 in total, that is going to be always producing 68 times 2 rejects. That's going to be 136 rejects. And then it's going to be divided by 2. It says I need 68 of these ball mills. All right. I am bailing. At this point, I no longer believe in anything I'm doing. And I cannot concentrate well enough to actually assure myself that this is right. I wanted to get through to Chromium stage 4 today, but I am defeated. This is not going to work out because that means this is massively underbuilt. I just said I'm going to need 70 of these, and I only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 32. Why would I ever think that? So there is some massive flaw in my thinking at some point, and I do not know what that is. So let's just put this aside. And so we have 1 here. If we just look, 1 and like a half, maybe like 1 and a quarter. And it's feeling one of these guys. And together, and this is a major backup. So, well, no, this guy isn't even going. It's because then the sorting step is a major backup. So it looks like we need, I don't know, it's hard to say. Fewer than equal? I don't know. Anyway, I am defeated, ladies and gentlemen. Tomorrow I will come back and I will do the math again. Or maybe I'll do it off camera. No, I'll do it all on camera. You guys deserve to see me suffer. This is why we're all here. A piece of paper won't help. The notepad helps, kinda. But I did verify that at least the first half is done correctly. This is going to be a 3-day build on Chromium, I can tell, because I'm going to have to do gold on the other side of it too. All right, let's get out of here. Then zoom way in. Oh, and hopefully, maybe there's an upside to all this. Maybe my complete and utter confusion will allow belt to back up again. I'll have belt again. Wouldn't that be nice? Always look on the bright side. Positivity stream, not a doom and gloom stream. It's right there. Looks about right. Okay. And screenshot and recap. What did I do today? Today, I struggled very hard against Chromium. Chromium is looking like it's going to be an absolutely enormous stack because turns out that the primary ore processing up here is not, in fact, the slow step. It's the slow step in everything else over here, but now the slow step is with hydrocyclones, which is just huge banks of hydrocyclones. And I'm probably going to need a huge bank of ball mills going straight to here. And then we only have 2 blocks left to handle the rest of it and gold just to have it fit. Or else we're going to end up in a tin position where it just doesn't fit at all. I'm committed to having gold off to the side now. We'll kind of just notationally put it off over here. And like the quartz, I think quartz is done. Maybe quartz needs to be rebuilt. I don't know. I am racked with doubt. Maybe we'll take out this square right here and make gold right here. Because this is open. Because this is just reduction and then sintering. And then this is open right here. Or maybe I need to commit to taking sintering and reduction offsite. I don't know. I'll have to think about it. So, yes. That's all I did today. I am not confident at all with my math. I've done the math over and over again. I have this notepad right here. It's not helping. The notepad keeps telling me to build more and more, and it's like, I don't wanna. No more. Make it smaller. Why aren't these material reduction steps? But they're not. It's 2 things: material expansion steps and each building is pretty slow. So it gets big and it gets very, very slow to process. So we'll see. Current mood, doomed. So that's it. Talk to you all later. Bye-bye now. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.